we are providing Taman 3 model for our ESI hospital. So regarding our pandemic COVID time. So this is our Taman 3 model. So this is a ventilator and a compressor model we are giving for air. So here we have a two ports for that power coming. Back side there is a 110 volt to 240 volts. Both are same. So this is the AC current supply for giving that, and we have a two hours battery backup for that ventilator for the emergency. So in that front panel we have a on off switch, alarm silent button, manual breathe, nebulizer, and that keypad also. So here from the patient and to the patient we have a connections and the proximal sensor port. If you have a nebulizer we are using means or a humidifier, you can connect here. Okay. So first thing, this is the breathing circuit. We have to connect these are two and all we have to interchange it. Okay. So if you are using a HMD filter, you have to place it here. Otherwise, you are using a outside of the patient also, you can use both sides for the HMD filter. So just a thing, just hold. Okay. So this proximal sensor, white for white and black for blue. Yes. Okay. Like this you are running. So here there is same thing. White and blue will be there. So white will be downside and blue will be upside for the forward direction. So you place it there. So don't push this tubing, so it will go. So like this you have to take it. So these are the basic proximal sensor connection. Now we have to switch on the instrument. You have to long press the instrument, the on button for 3 seconds. Then turn on the air compressor. After the 5 seconds, the sound will sense that and it will be increase the pressure of 60 psi. So actually we have a air compressor pressure is should be maintained 3.5 bar to 4 bar. In PSI 50 psi to 60 psi. So we are the maximum of 4 bar we are giving for the air, and you have to give the O2 supply for 3.5 bar to 4 bar. Okay. For that rebooting time will take 1 or 2 minutes. So once this window will come, after that electronically it is calibration. So all the sensors and mainboards are working fine or not. It will all pass positive means then no issue with the electronics board and the sensor and all. So if all are positive means you have to close it. So till that period you have to wait. Sometimes maybe it will be hanged or anything else. You have to wait that. Okay. So first of all we connect this proximal sensor while the window will come. Before the patient connection you have to do some calibration. So go to the utility and then go to the calibration. So first we have a pressure. Okay. Then start. It's take a 30 seconds in BP. Okay. Once it's calibration successful, then go to proximal sensor. Then start for that forward direction. So this is the forward direction. Then you have to start. Here the instruction will come. So you have to learn this. If this breathing circuit is not properly connected, here error will come. 5 IPM or 10 IPM or 100 IPM. That kind of error will come. So you have to plug out and plug in the breathing circuit and proximal sensor. Suppose the proximal sensor not properly fixed or it's gone bad, it won't work for the proximal sensor calibration. So you have to replace this proximal sensor. Okay. So first step completed. Then the second step you have to next and then connect in reverse direction. Like that. Take it out and reverse the direction. Then stop. So we have two proximal sensors. So these proximal sensors sense that air and O2. So if the two proximal are properly working or not, it's cross verifying the flow path of the flow. So once it's completed like this now, so close and complete the calibration. Next FiO2 calibration. So how much the concentration of the oxygen is there now? So we have to calculate. So start the calibration It will take 3 to 4 minutes. You have to keep it like this. Before the O2 connection, you have to, like, this is any leakages are like that, you have to check, because 4 bar is maximum of that. So if below 2 bar means it won't be calculated. So that's why you have to check that all the pressure should be in cross. Meanwhile time I will do that troubleshooting, what are the basic troubleshooting. So we have a O2 and a air regulator in backside. So this two things can be. So these two regulators are controlling the pressure for the 3.5 to 4. So if you are using more than 2 hours of the ventilator for the patient, you have to release it because of any air moisture or liquid will come. So you have to release like this. You have to open. Okay, like small thing is you can. So if your water drop is fully means you have to open the full. Once it's fully dry, then only you have to close. Both air and O2 you have to release. So anti-clockwise is the open and the clockwise is the close. So these are the regular maintenance of each and every house. So if you are using more than 2 hours or 3 hours, you have to check here. So suppose maybe the error will come, like the pressure is not enough. So air is switched to that oxygen. So and then air compressor also we have a waste bottle. So here also in that air some moisture will come. So if the humidification is more than in our ICU ward means that cooling air will convert it into water. So that water will drop here. So if this bottle will be full means you have to clean the door. You just take it out and then open it and dispose. Okay. And then generally we are facing some air compressor issue for that sometimes the pressure won't come to 60. So in the time it will be in 0 or 30, 60, whatever value it will be. But instrument showing the pressure will not come from the air. So in that time you have to do now in back side. We have that waste bottle tubing is there now. You have to like push and take it out. Just take it out and close this part. Just the hand you have to close it for 2 seconds. So if you are closing this 2 seconds means the air will pump out and pass. So then will be here the pressure will improve. This is the basic one. Not comes from all the instruments. Maybe 1 or 2 instrument will be there. So you have to check.
That is because of that solenoid. The solenoid on and forward and reverse direction gets stuck in one position. At the time the pressure will not get developed. If you are closing that, the solenoid will come to the opposite direction and it will start developing.
More than 40.
Yeah, these are just troubleshooting, just for your information. It won't come, but if it comes mean you have to face now. That's why. So these are the outside we are doing the normal troubleshooting. Other than that, you have to don't do anything. So once the calibration will done, like this comes, save and close. Okay, and then in the breathing circuit any leakages are there, you have to check. Then we have to reverse the direction. Actually, we put in reverse direction now. So we have to open and do in forward position. Okay. So then close this part and then start the leak test. So 60, 61, 63, up to 63 it will come, and 59 sometimes will come. Okay. If it's coming means it will pass. So these 4 steps you have to check before the patient connection for the ventilation. So if suppose that calibration leak test fail means you have to inform your BME. They will do the EST test. We will guide them for the service. So don't do that EST or anything else for BME or any other service person. You don't go that EST. So EST is the another one kind of a service for us. So you don't do this. So next we have to go for the modes and other things. So this is the front panel of us. So this is full display touch screen, 7-inch. Okay. In the so if we have a top side, this is the error message coming for. That is a status bar we are taking. So whatever error, low minute volume, high minute volume, high tidal volume, low tidal volume, like that error will come there. So the LED light will blink red color. So if it's normal means you won't. Okay. Then this power light is there. Now if it's blinking means its DC battery is charged. So if it's every time it's in blowing, then that battery should 100% charged. Okay. So now we go for the modes and all. So first basic thing we have to go the new patient or a previous patient. So now we are going to the new patient. So here asking adult type. So adult or a pediatric. And then gender male or female and the weight. So in pediatric you have to less 5 kg is the minimum value. And then maximum you have to put up to that adult weight. Okay. So minimum you have to put na 5 kg one. Pediatric. So 5 only is the minimum one. Yes, for the pediatric. So now I go for adult. So 50 kg. So then go next. Then the mode will become. So we have a non-invasive and invasive mode. The non-invasive mode we have a VCV, volume controlled ventilation, with assisted support and without assisted support also for the same mode. And then volume controlled ventilation in synchronized vent and medullary ventilation for the second one. And then PRVC for the pressure regulated volume control. It will regulate the pressure and then same as volume. So if the patient is more than long period of using means 1 or 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, for the time we are using PRVC for long term purpose. Okay, and then PCV we know pressure control ventilation, same as the synchronized ventilation, and CPAP. So continuous positive airway pressure is the pressure support. In CPAP you have to do in non-invasive method also. So but we are majorly doing for non-invasive method. So that's why we are putting in non-invasive. But you have to do in both invasive and non-invasive. But before that you have to aware of the excessive leak. So but we are using the mask now. So it's excessive leak won't come. So before that you have to aware. And then non-invasive mode we have a HFNT for the nasal therapy, high flow nasal therapy we are using for the only optional oxygen concentration. And then next we have a bibasic positive airway pressure for the spontaneous therapy. Okay, so these are the main modes for us. So we are using now for the volume controlled ventilation, I selected. And then next, so the control modes will be there. So whatever we given the previous data now, so first data we given 50 kg. For the 50 kg, what is that default value? That default value will come here. You won't change. If anything you have to change now with the PCCN advice, whatever the patient, that patient type we have to increase the whatever things and all. So here breathe rate, tidal volume, inspiration time, heat, flow trigger and FI mode. So it will be that the minimum value and maximum value. You have to ensure that this minimum value should not come to the limit. If you are putting here 50 for the breath rate, if you are giving a 8 or 5 means that limit should be there now. Okay, I will tell. So this control yes, I will confirm yes. I said 5 and 50. So now go to the limits model. The limits model, the breath rate will be defaultly 8. If you are putting 6 or 5 means it will show us a low breath rate. So you have to ensure that before you are doing the ventilation. So I am just telling that a breath rate, not about breath rate. Also the expiratory minute volume. So expiratory minute volume will vary, depends upon that your IE ratio. Sometimes you are putting 1:2:1, but we are defaultly 1:4. So what will become? So the low minute volume or high minute volume will come. So if putting 4 means it will come low minute volume because of that inspiration time should be 1 second. So now we are putting now 4. So 1:4 means it will be the long period of the inhalation and expiration. Okay, so we have to ensure that. So I put now 3. And then breathe rate 50 only I put, so no issue. Then confirm it. Yes. Okay. Now it's ready for the ventilation. So now we have to start. The same thing you have to connect. Don't touch the tubings and all. Just rotate and hold it like this. So place it and start the ventilation. Confirm it. Yes. Within few minutes it will stabilize and give the ventilation. Yes, one we have. I will tell the all the modes. You have, this is the monitor window. The main parameters you have to change it here. You don't go for the controls and all. So here also you can change. Now I have to increase the patient APG samples. Increasing means, so I have to increase that FiO2 range or for whatever beep or tidal value. You have to increase here only, no issue. Then confirm it. The control will be changed in main parameters. Okay. In that, this parameters for the monitoring purpose for pressure and then volume. It depends on y-axis for the flow. It will come. Okay. So then for the view all parameters, it will come that all the parameters in this. Okay. So in peak inspiratory pressure, peak value, and peak mean value, and any leakages that in our breathing circuit, oxygen concentration, and the flow total, time of inspiration, time of expiration, spontaneous breath, IE rate, these and all will come. So inspiration flow, so what is the lung capacity of the breathing, this data will come. So you have to back to monitor. Okay. The table will be. Okay. So you have to increase that simple thing now, you have to expand it, then it will come like this. Okay. Then back. So you have to pause that ventilation mode. You have to check. You have to pause it and check what are the variations, any difficulty they are facing for the lung breathing. And switch to one mode to another mode. It's easy only for user friendly. You have to go to the mode and change the mode. So now I am changing to VCVSI only, and then next. Then I confirm and yes. So it switch you to another mode also. So whatever mode you are switching now, it will take to switch to another mode. Okay. So any doubts in that? Any more? So all are okay now for this fill part. Next I go to switch to another mode. So last time for the first session training, one ma'am asked me for that CPAP troubleshooting issue. So that lung capacity will not be there. Actually we have providing that green color test length. So that won't be inhale and exhale. Okay, for that 6 liter of the patient lung capacity. So we are using this round shaped test lung will be easy for that maximum of lung capacity. That will be go for up to 4 liter only. If you are using more than means you have to use big test lung. Okay, so that's why it happens in last session. So now I have to tell that one. So go to the CPAP and next. So default value I kept. So next. So I confirm. Yes. So for this, yes. So for the CPAP settings, how it's going. Okay, once it is stabilized, it will be error. We know all for the apnea time error will be there. So whenever patient inspiration will come spontaneously, then the error will come after the 50 seconds. In the 50 seconds, we have to reduce it. Depends upon the patient, we have to reduce it. Okay. So here coming now. So apnea time. So first the initial time will be leak, excessive leak will be there, and then that error will be. Once it will be stabilized for the breathing rate, that error will be reduced. So now apnea time will be there. So I am giving the spontaneous breath. Like I hold the test tube and I given the patient ventilation. Yes. Now.
spontaneous breathing for CPAP and
Yeah. So now I am giving the spontaneous breathe. It will come like this. For that yellow arrow will become now. So this is mandatory breathe. We are doing spontaneous breathe. Ventilator also work. It will give that patient effort support.
it will sensitize the patient.
Yeah. So in that time, yeah, in that time you notice that now the tidal volume will be very. You are putting 500, but the value will become 200 or 600. It will be very because the volume control or pressure control will be there. In pressure control, tidal volume will be very because volume control means the volume will be continuously supporting the set value. But we are doing the pressure control. The pressure is going for that test lung. If I am doing the test lung, the patient lung is will be there. So they have a separate lung volume. So in that time, the tidal volume will be vary. So that's why ma'am asked it last night. Last day. So that will be vary.
Static, pressure control, pressure is static, this is control. But volume will be varying. That's it.
Okay. So now you understand now. So you have seen the controls and that. So P, flow trigger, FiO2. This will be the pressure support value. And then P rinse. So rinse time will be there. The rinse time should be the peak value of the inspiration flow, inspiration to the expiration. So inspiration to expiration, that will peak will be there now. That peak time, which time it will be attained. That time is the P rinse time. And then apnea time we know all that, the breath rate. And then next we have apnea tidal volume and apnea inspiration time and ETS. So ETS is the expiration therapeutic selectivity. So you don't have change it. If you are any difficulty you are facing now, you have to ask before that BME help. Then only you have to change it. Otherwise, this is the default value. Don't change it. You don't change it. So other things and all same only. So anything else for your doubt now? CPAP.
Here the pressure support is 15 centimeters support. 5 feet is for to end the expiratory position. It will recruit the small alveoli. Alveoli will be collapsed. Collapsed alveoli will be recruited.
Now the no spontaneous breath is done. So here it's indicating backup ventilation on. So what is happening means the patient not inspire or expire. So the mechanical ventilation only going on. So this is warning us. So patient is not spontaneous breathing. So you have to go there and do changing the mode because CPAP is not for the mechanical ventilation. For the patient without patient support. So now you go to the mode and change to the pressure control or volume control. You have to change. So now you confirm to pressure control.
Alarming you, you have to change the mode.
Okay. You have to ensure that these
You can
two are
increase the pressure, no?
what no?
CPAP pressure you can increase, huh?
Yeah, we can increase. Yeah, up to that maximum level you have to increase. Depends upon the patient. Yes, ma'am. Yes. 1 to 60.
3 also.
Yes, yes.
In pulmonary asthma, you have to increase the pace more than
1 to 30 you have to increase. So now I change it. There is no error will be for the patient. Now I change to the mode for BiPAP. So BiPAP should be using for maximum flow trigger. So you have to ensure that minimum flow trigger should be 10 or 9. Minimum you have to for BiPAP mode. Because of you have to provide the pressure for the BiPAP mode for minimally 10 to for 9 to 10 only as per our common ventilator is provided. So I am going for BiPAP and then next. So here flow rate will be 5. So I increased to 10. So then these are all the default value only. If anything else I have to change now, I have to change the inspiration time. For that IU ratio will be changed now. So I reduced means that IU ratio will be increasing and reducing. Okay. So now the I ratio is 1.31. So then go next. So P rings, apnea rate, apnea tidal volume, apnea inspiration, ETS. Both are same only for that CPAP. So now I confirmed and yes. For that BiPAP mode, that limits will be there. Now previously I am told. So here that experimental volume minimum volume 3. But we are providing for BiPAP for minimum value is 2. Okay. For 1.2, 2 you have to put for that minimum value. Why? Because of we are default value should increase. That's why I am telling. In future updates will become now. In the time we fix. So we are doing every 3 months or 6 months once. We are doing that software upgradation. For facing any other bugs in our software, you have to tell them. We will escalate to our HO office. Then they will update the software, whatever bugs you are facing. So we will do for your requirements. So now I reduced it to 2, and then next. So I confirm. Before that, buyback, that maximum we are facing the issue for the low tidal volume, because buyback we are using very low tidal volume, 52,200. Okay, so now we are putting 200. In buyback mode is a pressure control. So pressure control means the volume will be varying. Previously I am told in na. So 200 is the varying point. So now I am putting here 200. So if the 200 value is varying means what will become? So the low minute volume or high minute volume error will be. So I have to reduce the tidal volume. So 100. For the default value, I reduced to that point. So this is not a simple thing for the alarm, not alarm switched on, like that is not something. For that, before we are setting the value, in that set value we have to reduce the alarm clock. That's why we are using. Nothing apart from the patient alarm. Okay. So now I confirm and yes.
Pressure settings.
What now?
Pressure settings separate for IPAP and
Yes,
EPAP.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have.
On the page.
Yes, IPAP and EPAP.
15, 5.
You have to change 5 to 10 and 52.
It will change பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
Yes, yes, you have.
What's the difference? IPAP and CPAP same pressure for both inspiration and expiration. Here then it's a varying pressure. For inspiration separate and expiration separate.
If I am increasing that expiration pressure, what will become? I will tell you. Okay, the limits I am putting 4 now.
That's the advantage.
Okay.
In CPAP same pressure is delivered during inspiration and expiration. Here you can adjust the inspiratory pressure and expiratory.
Coming now. So like this error will be. Why? Because that limit I maintained for 4. But here that values and all coming properly. So here you notice now, these all values are properly coming. Ventilation working properly. But you notice it's showing low minute volume. So maybe the instrument is problem like that. But we have to ensure that what is the exact issue. Why I am telling to reduce means that IE ratio is 1.3. But here the inspiration time starts in 1 second. But in limits that should be in 4. So you tell now you reduce now 1:4. So that's why the error will become here. So that's why you have to reduce it's 2 or 1.5. If you are reducing the minimum value, the error won't come. Now you are understanding. Now the error will be clear. So like that, these are the basic methods of okay. So anything you are facing difficulty, you can call him or and inform to BM. I will help. Any other you need to know the application check or any troubleshooting.
It's
So
a
okay for
Washington medical practice. Clearly, what are all the modes of
Okay.
இது HFNT இப்போ இதுல HFNT யூஸ் பண்ணி
yeah, you can use it, but that breathing circuit we don't. That's why I'm not telling that HFNT. HFNT you have to that nasal tubing is there now. You have to buy because of we are not providing the
last year for
HFNT.
first wave we used to HFNT 5 floor. The rate will be high 5 floor. 70
Yeah,
ml.
yes.
70 liters.
Yes. So you have to use it. We have a mode for it.
It is
Yep.
also ideal for COVID cases. But we have demand, liquid oxygen is on demand side. That's what we are not using.
So in that utility you can check the model number and serial number. What is the version we have? for informing, because all the ventilator are same only, na. So you have to tell the BME for that which instrument is problem. So you can check here for the serial number. Otherwise, you have to check here the serial number for the ventilator and the compressor. Back side is also there. You can inform them. We will guide it. So the date changes, whatever it is, we have to change. Other than that, nothing else. We have two ports backside. One is RS 245, and then one USB port. If any patient data you have to transfer, na, that USB port you insert the pen drive and you can copy. So for the medical science process. So anything else? Or clarification?
Okay.
So you also got.
Yes, sir.
So can you continue? Thanks for attending.
Thank you.